Hello everybody, this is Harbinger, this is Wingspan on Steam Asia expansion, and this is our opening hand. And yeah, I love myself a European Robin. Get additional food on a decent point chassis isn't the worst thing in the world. Great Crested Greb is also a wonderful bird to keep in the opener. He lets you look at so many more cards and is really helpful to help you find the cards you want to play down the line. So happy about picking up this guy as well. And we can play out the European Robin, take food, then play the Great Crested Greb just with what we have available in 3 turns. We can afford to pick one more bird, so I am decently eager to maybe pick the Magpie Lark. It is a bird that gets us into the grasslands, and over the course of the game, they are going to give us the turn we are caused them to play it back for free to play a gay bird at the game end. So it is interesting. Black Skimmer could also be interesting if it hits some of the bonus objectives we have gotten. But the Magpie Lark also helps out with looking the correct direction for the second round and goal here. Bonus cards are consecutive birds with ascending or descending wingspans, which it's a little bit difficult when we're starting with the Great Crested Greb here, if we are to go for that. Birds that can only live in the grasslands is actually a little bit easier than you often think, because you only need 2 birds to get at least 3 points, and you only need 4 to get a maximum 8. So I think we are going to go for this here, but before we are committing, let's look in the bird tray. There's a peregrine falcon, spangled drongo, and the Inca dove here. Inca Dove can be played at the end of the first round to get eggs into itself, which is almost interesting. Also gets an egg into the Great Crested Greb. So this is a bird that we can play into the first slot instead of laying eggs. So we can lay eggs and get 2 eggs if we trade away a card or a resource, or we could like play out the Inca Dove and get 2 eggs and a bird played. It's a slight tempo there, but we aren't getting that much value out of such a play, so I don't think that is going to be the deciding factor there. There's also the chance that we can go Inca Dove, Peregrine Falcon, and just build this guy in the wetlands. We would draw fewer cards, but we are going to have the chance to get additional points every time we draw cards, and it's just going to build on value for playing an Inca Dove later. But I do think that these 3 birds we have here is enough to be a really good opener. European Robin is giving us additional food, the Great Crested Greb is giving us additional cards, and the Magpie Lark is cashing back its action cube later in the game. So happy about this. Gonna take the food so we can play out the European Robin out of the opener. And then we're gonna take some food, hopefully 2 nectars or some fish and stuff, and then we are gonna play the Great Crested Greb, and then we are gonna take it from there. But that's the first 3 turns planned out. And yeah, let's take nectar and a worm here. That way we can copy the nectar on the European Robin, play the Great Crested Greb, and already have the food for the Magpie Lark if we so choose to play that guy as the next course of action. And this is the way I prefer to play my openings. Get get 2 birds that produce additional resources, either food or additional cards, and that's just going to be very powerful because we can trade the additional cards and the additional food into additional eggs in the grasslands. So we don't need additional egg production to be happy, but it's harder to make food into cards and eggs into food. So that's why I prefer to do it that way. So, Green Pygmy Goose, if we play that out, we are getting to draw 1 more card each card draw action, and we get to look at, in total, 1 more card. So we lose looking at 1 card to the Great Crested Greb, but we gain to look 2 cards on this guy. So I think this is a good addition to what we are trying to do. We did lose the Peregrine Falcon, but that's fine. Spangled Drongo is a very good bird in multiplayer. I don't rate it. I don't rate it as high as I should, probably because it's very good at controlling the nectar. I just feel that these ones between turn birds, they can really be played around, and I don't like to rely on birds that the opponent can play around. They can just like take the correct food instead of taking nectars if they so choose. Inca Dove, we could consider picking it up, and I do think we are going to. So let's take these 2 birds here and look at 4 more birds and consider one of these guys to be what we are going to pick up here. Okay, so the Blues Hornbill is a really good bird for dumping a lot of points into your engine. I do like the idea of that, but we don't have any good setup mechanics for it, and it's a late game point bomb, so we shouldn't pick it highly at this stage in the game. So maybe not this guy. Osprey works into the idea of playing an Inca Dove. It's a really cheap bird to play out for 5 points. Gets the additional food, but we don't need that additional food. We already have food advantage in the European Robin, and the opponent does not have food advantage. So if we give everybody more food, we are getting the worst part of that deal, because we don't need food as much as the opponent does. Hooded Merganser doesn't work with what we already played, so we shouldn't take that guy. But the red-winged blackbird is actually really good with whatever we are doing here, because it allows us to get 2 points each action, either in the grasslands or in the wetlands, but it needs to be supplied with additional cards. And we have card draw to support it, so I'm gonna pick the red-winged blackbird here. Okay, now there is 2 more birds here that I want to talk about and consider. Trumpeter Finch and Lasusi Bunting, they are gonna help us achieve Prairie Manager. We can achieve Prairie Manager in just a single action here. Lasusi Bunting helps us lay a lot of eggs, and basically makes it so that we don't really need to play out stuff like the red-winged blackbird. But it could also be pretty cool to do a red-winged blackbird and the Trumpeter Finch into the Lasusi Bunting. We could actually also play out the Trumpeter Finch into the Lasusi Bunting, just boom boom, without laying eggs first. That gives us the option to lay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs in a single action, and that's pretty good. These play on the birds that lets you ignore 1 egg cost are a lot better than the other play on the birds, because these can be played on this can be played before you are doing other stuff. They also look the correct direction for the second round goal, so I'm very eager at picking up both of these guys as well. But you also need to keep in mind we do want to have that thing in order as well, but we can easily pick up enough food to play out this guy into this guy, because we're gonna need okay, not that easy, but we can very easily play Trumpeter Finch into the Magpie Lark if we need and choose to do that. Only question is if we are gonna play the Inca Dove or not, if we're gonna play these 2. But I do like these 2, so I am going to do this. Then we're gonna look at some more cards here. Tree Swallow, Eurasian Hobby, Ash Throated Flycatcher, and the Cedar Waxwing. Okay, so one option we do have is we could go with the Tree Swallow and the red-winged blackbird and guaranteed have 3 points in action in the wetlands. It's not looking like a good wetlands game for me, because the Great Crested Grab will fall off if we try to build a wetlands engine, and if we build it entirely out, this guy does nothing, which is decently bad. This guy is really good at letting you get additional resources in a game where you're planning on not building a wetlands engine, so not this time. Duration Hobby is not a good card in my eyes, so I'd rather lead with either the Ash Fruit Flycatcher or the Cedar Waxwing. Waxwing helps us gain more food if we can supply it with cards, and don't you know we can actually supply it with additional cards because we have 2 additional card draw birds. And I don't know if we are gonna play it, but I think it's more likely to play the Waxwing than the Ash-throated Flycatcher, because we don't really have that many birds that this guy hits either. We're gonna have 2, 3, I mean it can be a 7-pointer if we are actually prioritizing playing it out, but we're also kind of looking into the elasticity bunting, so and we have a lot of ball nests to hit, so I'm not prioritizing this guy, and we do have the eggs to spend to it. This guy can go in the forest, so that's also a boon over the blackbird, which needs to be either here or here. But now we need to prioritize doing the trumpeter finch into the bunting if we are going to be able to play it out in time. And I do think I'm slowly but surely realizing that we might need to do a different plan, since there's only 3 turns left in the game, and we would need 5 food or 4 food and an egg to play out both of these guys and activate them here. We only need at least 1 egg into this nest to be happy, so we could easily just play out a magpie lark and take it from there, and that might actually be as good as a plan as playing this guy into this guy ASAP. This guy's really cheap, play him out, get 2 eggs, pop him in here, and then just be ready to the start of the next round to play out finch into bunting, get up to here, then we can lay for 5-6 eggs a turn if we so choose. But let's prepare for that a little bit. We are then probably looking to keep... I was hoping we could pick nectars and the grains this time, but we can't do both. So I guess we just take the grains then, because we're gonna need quite a few grains. Okay. And then we do out this guy, pay for it with grains, since the worm is something we have fewer of, and we can remove grain cost when we play the trumpeter finch, so it's the most flexible food to get rid of. Okay. 21 points in the first round, that's not bad and not my board. 5 points in nectar, yeah, that's not us, that's the opponent. Okay, they have 21 points already, we have 22? How is this counted, 24? I don't know what to believe anymore. Anyways, what more is happening here? Theakless larks lays eggs but costs resources. We don't need to worry about that because we already have our trumpeter into Last Lucy Bunting plan. Black Drongo, discard any number of cards from the trade and refill it if at least one of the discarded bird is a restless bird. Lay eggs on this bird. It's a conditional gain. It's a conditional gain points, but limited to 3. So I don't think that that's a particularly good bird for us. At least not on this chassis here. So we're gonna focus on playing out these 2 good boys. We are gonna play out a green pygmy goose, and then we're gonna look at some more stuff after that. But we need some birds played out that are looking in the correct direction. So we need more food. Maybe we want to prioritize playing out the Cedar Waxwing first. That way we can next time we get food, we can sack the Inca dove to it, and we can use that to gain the cherry we would need for this guy. And if we are playing out this guy, we do want to play him out as early as possible. So I like the idea of that. Let's just go here, take 3 nectars, play out the waxwing, activate again, and then take resources. We can play out finch, bunting, and pygmy goose. Because we still have 1 more egg here, and we don't need more than 1 egg to play Trumpeteer Finch into the Swissy Bunting because of the reduced egg cost on the Trumpeteer Finch. So actually we almost have enough food already, but we are going to take even more nectars and stuff here. We can also sack a nectar in the wetlands to gain more card draw if we need, and then we can spend the card back here to get more nectar, so it's like a never-ending circle of good stuff. And we're getting even more nectar when we can choose. Alright-y-ho. I think we're gonna spend the nectars and the cherry to play these birds. So let's do... We can also keep the grains for this guy, ignore egg cost, play out let's use a bunting, and yeah, spend cherry and the nectars to do that. Yes. And now, in very few turns, we have gathered three birds in a row here, looking the correct direction, and we are looking very good for this round and goal. We need some more eggs to play out the green pygmy goose. Let's fill up the Trumpeteer Finch here, and for example, fill out both of these guys. And if the opponent has a similar bird like the bunting, I would like to have the star nest ready to receive those eggs, so I'm not spending the great crested grab egg space unless we really need to. Green pygmy goose comes out. That way we are getting even more resources whenever we are drawing cards. And yeah, I'm happy about where we are looking to stand now. The only thing that's bad about how this game is going currently is that we don't have a plan for what we want to do for the rest of the game. We can easily go here and get additional eggs, but we have the magpie lark, which kind of wants us to not fill out this spot until the end of the game, because this kind of does it for free. These guys are not gaining points, they're just getting us resources, and here we are gaining 1 point if we are sacking the resources we're gaining here, and we're getting lots of food. So basically we want to... we are getting enough eggs that we need. We are drawing a lot of cards and looking at a lot of cards, and we are getting a lot of food. That means that we are drawing high-scoring birds and playing them out. That is our game plan. That is our purpose. We are passing butter. Okay, common cuckoo, carrion crow. Neither of those are interesting to us. I'm gonna sack an egg to draw just a little bit more. Cuckoo, not interesting as well. Look at 2 more cards. I am going to give the Malar to the opponent since it's a 0-pointer. And let's look at even 3 more cards here, and all are whiffs. Okay, so we did look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards, and none of them are better than the Rhinoceros Auklet, and the Rhinoceros Auklet is a really bad card. So not too happy here, but I do guess that I am keeping this guy just in case we need to flood out with birds that eat fish. But that was a major disappointment. Okay, Oriental Bay Owl, do we care about that? We have no predators, so the short answer to that is no. Says Phoebe could be a great bird to finish off the game with, of the magpie lark. We already have a few birds it will hit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birds this guy will hit, so this is already a 10-pointer. And I do think it's a no-brainer to pick it up at least. And we don't have to play it out until the end of the game. That's also a guaranteed 4th bird for Prairie Manager, so we can afford to play some other stuff here if we so choose to get a little bit more value out of it short term. So I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to look at some more stuff. Spotted Dove, I'm glad I have that card and not the opponent, because I don't want the opponent to give it to me. And then we can look here. I want the opponent to gift me a nectar, so let's give this to the opponent, and we can play the Icy Spill ourselves. This is an 8-pointer, and that's perfect for the stuff we want to play out high scoring birds. That's just our game plan for now on. Oh! Cache food from your supply on any bird. If you do, you may tuck cards from your hand behind this bird. That's a great option for us. This is like perfect for what we're doing. We are drawing too many cards each time we go here. We have so many cards we don't want to place. So I'm really happy to get to tuck them behind this bird. And if we play this guy in the forest, we're getting so much food every time we are going here that this guy is going to be a beast for us. So short-term plan is play the large-billed crow, then get food to play the Icy Spill while we are pumping as much points into the large-billed crow as possible. Let's just have that as a game plan and consider if we want to play him here instead. If we play him here instead, we are risking the opponent filling up our board space, so we can't play the Say's Phoebe. That's a bad thing. But we are getting up action where we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points in action. But we're gonna run out of egg space. So I think here is a sensible place to play him, so we can get the power of this bird while gaining food. Yes. I'm gonna sack the red-winged blackbird. I don't think we are going to need as many. I don't think it's good for us to play very limiting birds, and there we are getting enough. We're getting enough cards drawn when we are going there, and we get to look at fewer cards if we go there, and we get to keep fewer cards, and we have enough egg placements here as we already have. Okay. Large-billed crow. Then we are prepping for the Icy Spill. And Ibis Bill, sorry, Isis Bill, that's something completely different. We are doing this here, and we do have enough eggs to play that guy out without...
Large-billed crow. These gregarious crows will take advantage of almost any food source, living or dead.
Okay, so we can afford to play out this guy this turn as well before we have to lay any more eggs. And I do think we have one more activation over here in us before we need to focus on ending the game. Current plan is to play Say's Phoebe and Ibis Bill for high amounts of value, and hopefully we can get some good cards of this Ibis Bill to just solidify the rest of our game plan. Let's take that thing. Let's just take 3 nectars when we have the option to do so here. And we are gonna cache a worm on the large-billed crow, and then we are also allowed to tuck a card to it at the same time. It's just a really good point dumper. Yeah, and we are running out of cards really fast in the forest there. Taking one more food here, caching a card here, caching a card here. Yeah, but we're getting so many resources out of it, so I think it's correct. And what's in the final box here?
Ibis Bill. The Ibis Bill is most closely related to the oyster catchers, avocets, and stilts, not ibises.
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. House Finch. Yeah, that's a cute card. It's a little bit late, but it also helps out with the Say's Phoebe. so I don't hate it. Crested pigeon, not something I endure and love here, but yeah. We also can play this just out of the box where we are. Australian magpie. Is that something we want to consider to play out? I don't think it's just good enough. We already plan to play out this guy, so I don't think it's necessary to do something else here. Okay, do we want to play out this guy? At most, this is if you play this guy out the start of round 5 and then activate the forest as of the remainder of the game, this guy gets 4 activations and it's a 7-pointer that costs us 2 eggs. So that's... I don't think it's gonna be good enough. Let's just... for now, let's... hang on, do we have any of those? Yeah, let's just fill up this guy with as many eggs as we can. We have plenty of food we don't need, so let's start by doing that. We can always cycle these cards into food through the forest. So yeah, let's just do this and fill up as many of these upcoming needed nests as we can here. Can we even catch the opponent in the amount of correct nest types they have? They have 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they have 6 and I have 6 in a possibility. Does that impact what I want to do with the remainder of the game plan? It should probably, but I don't know. Okay, what is our game plan? We can go down here and lay 6 eggs. We can lay 6 eggs about 4 times until we run out of eggs. So we can't just do that. That's 22 points if we do that. So we can go over here and we can cache food and cards on this guy 5 times and gain 10 points. That's worse than 24. Playing out this guy is 10 points, so that's probably something we should try to just make sure we can do. That means that we need eggs on the forest here, so we can activate a magpie lark later. Says Phoebe will lay an egg into the Great Crested Grab, so we don't need to fill out this thing. I do think we need to go here at least once to see if we can't find any better play. We already have a lot of food, ending the game with too much food feels really bad. Let's spend 1 cherry here to reroll here so we can get more stuff going. Yes, Great Egret is such a good play on Bird because it's just on a 7-point chassis, which is really good. Red-tailed hog is not the best follow-up, so let's just try to find a little bit better play than that. Yeah, like Egret into white-bellied seagull is just the perfect option here. So let's make sure to give the other bird to the opponent. I always mess up on those options there. And yeah, blue throat is another option for Egret into blue throat. And we can play the white-bellied seagull in the forest if we so choose. Yeah, I think that's also an okay option here. Or we could play the blue throat just into the grasslands here and get some more action back. Has the opponent played something to be wary about in their grasslands? No. So I'm just tiny bit worried about them putting out a bird that blocks the final says Phoebe play. No more card draw, but we can play Egret into Bellied Seagull for 1 action cube. We just need a tiny bit more food for that. And we have certainly the option to get that, so let's just do that immediately. Sack cards we aren't going to play, so we can pick up food we care about. sack food we don't care about. For example, I guess we care about all of this food. We don't care for the cherry because we can get a new cherry back from the back swing. Don't skip, we're gonna cache that on you, and then we are gonna tuck the house finch as well, then we're gonna tuck the crested pigeon, and then we're gonna get another nectar out. Okay, so that's enough food to play the Great Egret, and 1/3 of the white-bellied. We can also play out the blue throat, activate here once. That's 2 turns. Maybe it's hard to play the white-bellied here. Maybe the correct thing is to play the Great Egret and then into the blue throat and just not activate, just play them for 10 points in total, because it's 5 points on this one and 5 points on that one, because we're spending 4 eggs. And then we are just activating here to put eggs into the correct nest types and into the forest, so we can play this guy for free at the end of the game with the remaining foods here. I think that's the correct assessment of what we are doing here. So pay for that with this. Then play out the blue throat, because that's a lot cheaper than playing out the white-bellied here. It spends too much of the food we need to play the Sace Phoebe. Spend these eggs. No, why did you spend the worm? Oh, we need that worm. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. I'm just clicking accept when you're supposed to spend the nectar. Oh, that is thoroughly annoying. Oh. Okay, if the opponent gives us 2 cherries, we can look past that mistake, but oh my god, that is... No, we just have to own that, and we have to go up here and manually get another one of these worms. God damn, that's so stupid. And we can't just pivot to play this guy manually and then play this guy for free afterwards. That's also really bad for us. So yeah, thank you for that, stupid game. You're not stupid, I like you. Yeah, okay, we have enough food now. Cache the nectar to yourself, so you can tuck the curcoo. Then we can tuck the meadowlark, get a cherry, and then we can get another cherry. Yeah, sure. Not the best conclusion, but it is what it is. Then we can sack the white-bellied and sack one of these cherries, so we can we need to have at least 2 of them in the forest. Yeah, like that. And no, haha. Okay, never mind. We of course use this guy to put eggs into the forest, so we can put as many eggs as possible into you. Yes, and that's the only enclosure nest we have, so that's fine. And now we do that. Okay, that almost. Oh. Another thing is that this was counted now, and this is done at the end of the game. But yeah, I don't think it would have made a difference. We are discarding these 2, so we can play out the Sace Phoebe here and lay 6 eggs. Woohoo! And yeah, looks like we had a decently scoring game here. 122 if this is us, 15 nectar points. Yes, that seems Seems correct. And we did spend all of our resources. We no, we have some food left in the tank. If we had paid a little bit more attention to the bluebird play, we would have had the option to lay more eggs rather than to just go in the forest and take food. I don't know if that actually would have resulted in us gaining more points, since we don't have that many point producers in the grasslands, but there I was a little bit annoyed when it happened, so I didn't really look at the actual impact it had. It just felt really bad. But yeah, it's 2, 3, 4 points here, 1 point to the opponent, so it's a net 3, and it's a net 3 over here as well, but we can also sack 2 resources over here to get more points, and it's the same resources we're sacking over here. So I think it's a net 2-point loss to go here rather than to go here when we because we spent the wrong food to blue throat. But yeah, that's just a cost of trying to talk too much and explain what we're doing while we are actually needed to pay attention to what is happening on the board. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this playthrough of Wingspan Asia expansion. I think the large build crow came to us at a perfect opportunity, and we spent 6 resources to it to gain additional 6 points of it, and it just fit really well with the engine we had. We drew a lot of cards, gained a lot of food, and this guy just gobbled it all up. And with that, I would like to say thank you guys for watching, and if you have some insights you would like to share about this game, please feel free to do so in the comments below. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care!